What's going on, YouTube? So this is gonna be my first video ever. So let's start with a little introduction on who I am. So I'm 21 years old and I love everything about fitness. I love powerlifting, bodybuilding, everything about it. So I'm new to YouTube. I have been wanting to make a channel for a long time and I just have not had the balls to do it. The biggest thing that's been holding me back is I have no experience in editing or filming whatsoever, so that's going to be a big hurdle for me to overcome. But hopefully as the channel grows and as I have a little more time to practice all these things, I get better at it and can put out some better content. So first of all, start with my accomplishments, things I've done. So I've done 2 powerlifting meets and I've got first in both of them in the USPA drug tested division. My first meet was May 18th in 2019 in Long Beach, California. I had just turned 19 years old at this time, and I had a 1,251 pound total. My squat was 485 pounds, which broke the state and national record for my age and weight, which at the time was the 181 division, 181 pounds, and the 18 to 20 year old bracket. So I didn't plan on squatting those numbers. That was a huge surprise that I hit that, and I was like on cloud 9. I was so happy about it. My bench was 314 pounds, which this was actually a pretty big disappointment to me because I was really going for 330, which would have been another state and national record. I'd hit that a few times in the gym with like competition pause and everything, and it just wasn't there that day. My deadlift was 474 pounds, which my deadlift's like my poverty lift. It's nowhere near where it should be, but we're working on that. So my second meet was January 11th, 2020 in California, also in Lancaster. There was like 9 months between these 2 meets. I should have done way better than I did. I had a total of 1223, which was like 30 pounds less than my first meet. You know, I didn't train hard enough. I didn't take it as serious the second time, so that's 100% on me. I was unprepared and it showed. So actually I want to talk a little more about the first meet I did. So like I said, I got first, but this meet was crazy. It was the Metroflex Long Beach gym, and that was without a doubt the coolest, best gym I've ever trained at. It was awesome. It was a pretty stacked competition too. State national records were getting broken like every single weight, age division possible. Everyone was just destroying records. It was awesome. I got first, but it wasn't easy. The guy that got second place, he only lost to me by 6 pounds, which is absolutely nothing for a total. So on any given day, he could have got first, I could have got second, vice versa. It just, that day I happened to do better than him. So that was awesome. And for the last 16 weeks, roughly, I have been training for my first bodybuilding show, which is going to be September 18th here in Fresno. And I just found out on Saturday that I cannot do the show anymore. I found out exactly at 3 weeks out that a medical issue came up. So Saturday morning I woke up and I just didn't feel good. My stomach was cramping. I was very bloated. I had nausea. I was puking. I had diarrhea. I just something was wrong. And so I went to urgent care, and they found out that I have something called testicular torsion. I'm going to keep it 100% and just explain exactly what it is and what's going on. So testicular torsion is one of your testicles is twisting and getting tied up with the tubes that are in the area, which means that it's not getting blood flow. Potentially, if it gets worse, I could have the entire testicle removed. Hopefully that does not happen. They sent me to the emergency room, and the plan was to have an immediate surgery, Well, they did an ultrasound and found out that there is blood flow going to that testicle, so they didn't want to do an immediate invasive surgery. So I am now waiting to speak to a specialist about what we should do. Eventually I'm gonna need surgery. That's the only way to fix this issue. There's no other solution. So I cannot work out, or do cardio for a minimum of 6 weeks, basically, from the surgery. So as long as it takes for me to see the specialist between now and then is going to obviously add to that. The recovery post-surgery is 4 to 6 weeks. Most likely for me to get back to serious lifting, it's going to be at least 6 weeks. This affects 1 in 4,000 people, and I just got fortunate enough to be one of those people. So obviously anyone who has trained or done a prep knows that there's no way in hell I could compete in 3 weeks without being able to train whatsoever. Also, I can't even pose or do anything that could require my core to flex, because it could increase the chances of it twisting further and cutting off circulation, which would mean that they would have to remove it. So yeah, spending 16 weeks dieting, training, and posing, all for a show that I now cannot compete in, is definitely not the way things were planned to go. I'm staying positive through it. It sucks. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It fucking sucks. I spent a lot of time and effort into getting ready for the show, and now I can't do it. But I'm going to add into this video some of my most recent posing clips and pictures so you guys can see where my physique was 3 weeks out from my competition. So my plan for after this issue is resolved is I'm going to go into an off season and put on as much muscle as I possibly can and train strictly as bodybuilding, and try to just put on as much mass, as much muscle as I possibly can. And after that, this will probably be like a 9-month to 12-month postseason, or off season, sorry. And after that, then I'm going to go back onto prep, and we're going to try another bodybuilding show and hopefully have a lot more success than we did with this one. And eventually after that, or sometime in it, if I really get the itch, I'm going to do another powerlifting meet. I'll probably do one during that off season, but I'm not going to specifically train for it. I'm just going to do it for myself, for my own reasons, just to have fun. And then after my next show, I am going to switch back to powerlifting 100%, training, getting my central nervous system all fired up to now incorporate the muscle that I will have put on. My plan for the channel is I want to make a video about how this prep affected me mentally and physically. I don't think people really realize not just how difficult, but how much it changes you as a person, especially your mental state. Once you start getting really low body fat, you have such a huge calorie deficit that you're going through, your brain does not function the way that it typically would. You get very mentally fogged. It's very hard for you to pay attention. I'll go more in depth into all of that in a separate video. I'm going to post updates about my medical situation, recovery, things like that. Like I said, I'm going to be going into an off-season bulking up. So I'll have, after all this, I'll have like diet, workouts, things like that going on that I'm going to be posting about. I want to do food challenges. I love food. I love eating. And with this prep, your diet's very restricted to what you can and can't have. So it'll be really fun to just do like some really high calorie days, see how many calories you can eat in a day, things like that. Obviously I can't do any of that until after the recovery, because otherwise I'm just gonna get fat through it all. So and then I have a shitload of training footage that I can be posting, and posing videos, things like that. So through my recovery, through this time off, I'll be editing those videos and making some content through those. And then my main goals through this is I want to use my YouTube channel as a platform to educate others and to learn as much as I can. I'm still new to the whole fitness world. By no means do I know everything. I'm learning every day with it. So I want to learn as much as I possibly can from everybody else, and I want to share my experiences with everybody, and I want to help teach other people, because even though I don't know a lot, I don't know everything, I have learned a ton through this prep and through my powerlifting. So I feel like I can help other people that are, getting started or have questions. So I want to educate others as much as I possibly can, and I want to educate myself as much as I possibly can. Other than that, I want to use this as a way to meet and train with other people. I would love to be able to go to other people's gyms and stuff and get like some training with them and things like that. Get to meet new people. That would be really cool. So if the opportunity for that ever arises, I'm definitely going to jump on it. And then my more long-term goals are, I want to get my personal training license, my certification, and I want to get a dietitian's degree, and I want to start coaching other people. I want to powerlifting coach, possibly bodybuilding coaching, but I think that I'm a better powerlifter than I am bodybuilder. So, and in the far distant future, I want to open up a gym, and I think YouTube is a really good opportunity for that, because if I open a gym and nobody knows my name, then I'm just another guy opening a gym. But if I have people who are already following and supporting me and my business and things like that, then when I get to a point where I can open my own gym, I feel like a lot more people would be willing to support that than if nobody knew who I was. So I would love to eventually, like I said, have my own gym and be a powerlifting coach in that gym, and it be a powerlifting gym. So that's my future indefinite goal. But in the meantime, we're just gonna go through this recovery and start this off season strong and go hard. So thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully another one comes soon.